Okay, it's recording. Okay, hello. In this video, we'll be quickly going over how to work with Mailmeteor to optimize your mail merging and personalize your emails to more people. So first thing first, go on to mailmeteor.com. You want to sign up for an account. Make sure you use your Penn email. For some reason, Penn pays for this, so really, really helpful on that front. So as you can see, I'm signed in here. And now that you have this on, you can let it chill for a second. And on the same login, on your same account, open a Google Sheet, right? I have this titled demo. And whatever you want to include in your email, for example, I'm going to include, let's say I'm reaching out for sponsors, the prefix, their last name, email, and company, right? And let me populate this with Joe. Okay, horrible. Let's use Rafiz, who's Mr. Sadiq, Rafiz at sas.upenn.edu, and then I'm going to say what, okay? So you're going to go into extensions here. You're going to go into add-ons. You're going to get add-ons. And when you're here, you're on the Google Workspace Marketplace. You're going to search for Mailmeteor. Once you get Mailmeteor, is this one right here, that little logo, you're going to install it. Once you install, this is where it gets a bit buggy. You're going to need to refresh it a couple times, maybe revisit it after an hour. And all this, you got to make sure, A, you're logged into your school account here, but you're also logged into your school account on your Chrome profile. That way, the Penn paid subscription will register, right? So once that happens, you're going to go here. It'll show up over here as Mailmeteor in your extensions. You're going to click Open Mailmeteor. So as you can see here, Penn allows us to email 500 people a day. And you can put your sender name here, for example, my full name, if you had an alias or you had a position like co-president, you can put that here as well, right? And then here's where you have your templates. So I'm going to create a new template, being like, did you sign up for more? That's the title, right? And now this is your email, like you're writing an email. So to greet Rafiz, for example, who's our wonderful example here, let's say good evening or dear, whatever works best for you. Prefix, an insert variable here, prefix, space, last name, comma. I'm gonna be like, I hope this will find you well. Right? And you can include your signature here. You can take a screenshot or upload an image, for example, over here. You can also upload a file. With Penn's paid version, you can upload up to 5 megabytes, which is great. So now this is, let's add one more thing. See that. Right, so let's say this is a template, right? Title, email, save template, right? So now you have here, and if you notice, right here, it says sending from your email, in this case, it'll be your school email, to recipients in column C. It's kind of hidden here, but column C is emails, like Rafiz at sas.upenn.edu. It auto detects which column has emails. So just got to verify it, just to make sure they didn't get the wrong thing. You can also CC people. I'll show you that in a bit. But now you can click preview email and it'll show you, it'll auto populate with the information you have in your Excel. So good evening, Mr. Sadiq. I hope this email finds you well. Let's see if this works. I see that you're working at company. What? I would love to learn more about how you email so well, right? And now I'm gonna send an email. Another thing about Mailmeteor, you can schedule send, which is really helpful. What I usually do for outreach is I sit down on the weekend for 2 hours and schedule send 2,500 emails from Monday to Friday. And you just have to let it rip, right? And then Rafiz, once you get the email, feel free to unmute and see if it works. And it'll show you that it's sending, so it hasn't even sent yet. And let's say, for example, I want to CC, I remember Arsha's email. So Arsha, right? So really helpful if you know, for example, Arsha's in PHR, she has to CC Jas on her emails, right? Again, opening Mailmeteor, looking out for this preview, right? So notice to Mr. Sadiq, you know, everything's the same, but if you click here, it CC's Arsha. Really, really cool stuff. And you probably figured by now, if you put BCC, you know, it'll BCC. Rafiz, do you have an update?
Yep, just got it. Yep.
Looks good?
Yeah, looks fine. Yeah, looks perfectly normal.
Yeah. So just general good practices. Usually you want to list everything, like maybe like all your emails that you want to send in a given time before schedule sending, right? Once you send it and you want to do more, you don't want to double send. So you want to make sure you either, the idea is to delete it from this page, but if we want to keep track of who we're reaching out to, we don't want to double text. So I would make a new page called, you know, people you've emailed, right? And then let's rename this to emails. And then I'll move this over here and move it over here. And now you have a record of who you've contacted, right? So that's how it works. General strategy for finding emails that I won't go too much into. You can go into academic, you know, websites. If you go to Hopkins, for example, their faculty emails are on there. It's easy to guess, right? If you go to, you know, LinkedIn and you can guess emails, and then you auto-populate it here, and this way you don't have to keep emailing people, if that makes sense. Like you don't have to keep manually emailing people. So hopefully that is a pretty quick demo of how to set up Mailmeteor. And you know, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the co-presidents. And yeah, that's the end of this video. How do I stop recording?